Great rising, great people. Hope you had a fantastic day. Matter of fact, I hope that you're having a fantastic life. And if you're not, then you need to think about what you're doing. If you're not living that life or working towards living that life, you need to think about the things that you're doing. We all have desires, we all have aspirations, and we all have dreams. We even have visions that we're not acting on. And one of the reasons for that, I think, it's because we let stuff get in our heart. You have to learn how to guard your heart. And how do you guard your heart? Well, one of the most important things when it comes to guarding your heart is watch who's around you, who you allow in your inner circle. Are people actually bringing out the best in you or the worst in you? Are people influencing you to grow, to progress, and to be productive? Or are they teaching you to be counterproductive and self destructive? Are people just teaching you how to be lazy? It could happen. They could just teach you how to be lazy. Are people teaching you how to be unproductive? Are people discouraging you from being ambitious? Well, these are the things that we have to look at in life because, one thing you have to realize is your life is yours. You're the one living it. You're the one that's responsible for it. And you need to make sure that the people that you have in your life are conducive to what you're trying to accomplish in life. Just imagine if you say you like to swim and you hang around a lot of people who don't like the water, don't want to swim. Maybe you like to go on vacations, but you're hanging around people who don't go anywhere. Maybe you would like to see the world, but you're around people that don't want to leave the neighborhood. Is that what you're limited to? And if that's what you want to do, then that's fine. If you're happy with your current circumstances, that's fine. But if you're not, you need to get around some like-minded people that's going to build you up and that's going to strengthen you and that's going to help you when life happens. And the reason I'm saying that is because life happens to everybody. And a lot of times we are a victim of what happens in life because we have no say so. We have no input. We do not create anything that's going to allow us to be in charge of anything. So we basically take whatever we get. Whatever comes our way, we just go along with it. The sad part about that is we are powerful people that are able to do things that even exceeds our own imaginations if we would let our imaginations run. And if we would try to actually go along with some of the things that we imagine doing and just to see if it could be done. Think about it. You have people who thought we could fly and now we fly. You've seen airports lately, right? There you go. Think about it. You have people that thought that you could travel to a whole nother country by boat. And now we have boats. Those things didn't always exist as far as being built and already, it was something that wasn't already accomplished. But because people thought about it, they looked into it, they started putting some action to it, then they wind up accomplishing some great goals. And with that in mind, it should encourage you to be a little more open-minded about the things that take place in your life and the things that you want to do. You should be a little bit more open-minded to the place where you can believe that you can create things, that you can conquer things that have never been conquered before. And especially when it comes to doing new things, because imagine this, everything that we do or that was created was made by things that was already created. I know you might not get there, but think about it. Think a little harder. Everything that was created originated from something that was already created. So let's say a house built out of wood. The trees was already here. A house built out of stones. The stones were already here. A car with an engine that runs on gasoline. The metals, the gas, everything, it was already here. So what's here that you're not using now? What exists that you're not utilizing right now? And I'm saying that because I found that when you expand the way you think and you allow yourself to learn other things, you actually enlarge your mind to the point where you can be more creative and more productive. Think about this. This is something that helped me during a trial, during a situation, during some rough times in my life, because I'm open minded and I connect with people that think on a positive level, on a high level, that do big things, and there's a certain magic to just big thinking because you provoke your mind to do bigger things. You provoke your mind to create. You provoke your mind to calculate. You provoke your mind to comprehend. So when I was going through some things, and even if I'm going through things right now, there are people in my life, in my circle, that I can call that can immediately encourage me, immediately build me up, can immediately give strength to me. And that's what we all need. A lot of times we have people that are lonely and they think it's because nobody wants to be bothered with them, when really loneliness is a lot of times it's a choice. Now, if you're comfortable with it and it allows you to be creative, it allows you just to groove, flow, whatever it is. I'm telling my age with groove, but that's okay because I'm not ashamed of my age. But just imagine if you can do that in your solitude, then that's wonderful. But if you cannot do it, then you need to get around people that help you tap into your inner self, your values, allow your spirit to be able to connect to the infinite intelligence and be able to embrace some immeasurable love and just be able to touch into some loving kindness, the things that already exist, but that you may not be imagining. Look, I want to encourage people, just think bigger and watch bigger things happen. Imagine bigger and watch bigger things happen. Get around people that help you to think bigger, because what happens is they'll bring out the best in you. And one of the things about encouraging people, when you encourage people, you wind up encouraging yourself. Listen, this is it's simplistic, but it's also complex as well. Because one of the things that we fail to realize on many occasions is that everything that exists is based on some type of system. Our bodies systematically work. So to automate something or to create something that automatically does something that you wanted to do, that's not only a possibility, but that's part of our purpose. That's part of our function. And when we begin to do those things, I promise you, you'll start seeing some extraordinary things happen in your life. Why? Because you put a little extra to the ordinary. You'll start seeing some supernatural things take place. Why? Because you're putting extra effort, and let's say superior effort, to the natural, and it creates something supernatural. These things that I'm sharing are things that encourages me through some hard times. And I love to see everybody win. I love to see everybody grow, and it's so important for that. Myself personally, I love hanging around entrepreneurs. I have enough discernment to be able to tell that if a person is just about themselves, because I listen. I listen. So I'll know if a person is gaining, if a person is scamming, just by listening and hearing what they say and watching what they do. But you owe it to yourself to at least listen. Because if you listen and it is a scam, you'll learn the scam. If you listen and it isn't a scam, then you can be blessed by what they shared with you. I love entrepreneurs because I've seen, and this is fact, I've seen people become millionaires. It may take a couple years. That's fine. Because very seldom do you see people work on a job and become millionaires. Very seldom. And if you know some, I doubt if it's more than you can count on one hand. So think about it. You get around people that can believe that anything is possible, that can believe that if you put your mind to it and put the work into it, that you can achieve great things. watch great things happen. But listen, I don't want to hold you too much longer. I didn't even mean to go this long, but I want to tell you that you owe it to yourself to think bigger. You owe it to yourself to let your imagination lead and guide you into some circumstances, or some actually into some creation, because you're a creator, made by a creator to be a creator. Look, this is Savoy Life. Just a few things that was on my mind. If you don't mind me sharing, I'm sharing it with you. Somebody can probably benefit from this and start thinking bigger and start accomplishing the goals that they have in life. Now, if you know me, you know that my whole concept, and this is what works for me, it's not for everybody, it's travel, it's trade, and it's transform. See, I love to see the world, and I believe that the world is here for us to see. I love to trade because it's something that the banks have been taking advantage of us by taking our money, doing what they want with it, and basically charging us for using our money to do what they want for themselves. We all know how the kind of money that bankers make. We know how they live. We know how their offices look. So they take your money and they prosper themselves. But you allow it, so it's not really much that you can do about it. But if you learn what they're doing with your money and find out if you can do some of that for yourself, then that's where trade comes in. Where you can actually trade currencies to the point where you can actually make money whether it goes up or whether it goes down. And then transform. We all need self-development. I believe from the cradle to the grave, we should be ever learning. We should all have someone that builds us up, someone that coaches us, someone that we coach. Because as we are giving and as we are strengthened, then we should be strengthening others. We should be giving back. So look, this is Savoy Life. Again, I just had some things on my chest that I wanted to get off because, I have friends that help me through tough times, and I don't even have to tell them what I'm going through. It's just the energy that they have, just me talking to them and them building me up without even knowing my current situation, because I'm not one to share a lot, but I listen a lot, and through that listening, I'm strengthened. Can I encourage you to listen sometimes a day? Can I encourage you to start listening to other people? Just consider some things and watch. You'll be blessed. Now, when I say consider, if you don't know, something that is for your best and something that is a mess, you should learn that when you start listening. So listen, go from the mess to the best. This is Savoy Life, Trade Nation, baby. Get with me. Find out how we travel, trade, and transform lives. Much love to all. Trade Nation, talk to you.